Ever had that eerie feeling of déjà vu? Well, prepare to double take as we delve into a peculiar sight that unfolded at a recent royal event. The Duchess of Cornwall, Camilla, appeared to have a twin. Yes, you heard it right. Not one, but two Camillas graced the occasion, leaving onlookers and royal watchers baffled. One Camilla was stepping out of a car, while the other was already making her way up the red carpet. Same outfit, same hair, same posture. It was as if we had stumbled upon a glitch in the royal matrix, or perhaps Buckingham Palace has a secret backroom filled with Camilla clones. Quite the royal spectacle, isn't it? Now, the royal family is known for its traditions and elegance, but this incident has added a new layer of absurdity to their reputation. It was like watching an episode of a bizarre theatre show that none of us signed up for. But don't hold your breath for an explanation from the royal press machine. They're likely to brush it off as bad lighting or an optical illusion. Of course, because we all know how common it is for regular people to walk around in identical couture outfits, right? And if, just if, they are rotating Camillas, couldn't one of them at least try to flash a smile for the cameras? Or even better, explain what exactly the purpose of these taxpayer-funded appearances is? It's almost as if we're watching a low-budget soap opera unfold right before our eyes, so there you have it. A day in the life of the royal family, filled with mystery, intrigue, and a double dose of Camilla. Is it a case of doppelgangers, a royal double, or just plain weird? We'll leave you to ponder that one. What a royal mix-up indeed. Ever wondered if the royal family is just a bizarre theatre show you didn't sign up for? Well, you're not alone. The royal family, with their centuries-old traditions and eccentric behaviours, often appear to be characters in a grand, ongoing play. Let's take a stroll down memory lane. Remember when the Queen's Guard, in their crimson tunics and towering bearskin hats, marched in perfect synchrony, only to be startled by a squirrel? How about the time when the royal corgis took centre stage, stealing the limelight from their distinguished owners during an important event? These are the moments that add a touch of whimsy to the otherwise serious tableau of monarchy. And who can forget the annual Trooping the Colour, an event that seems straight out of a storybook, with a cavalcade of horses, a military pageant, and the royal family waving from the balcony of Buckingham Palace. It's a spectacle that leaves one in awe and bewilderment. Then there are the peculiar royal protocols, like the rule that prohibits the royal family from playing Monopoly. Yes, you heard it right. No royal game nights featuring this classic board game. It's a rule that adds to the theatricality of their lives. And let's not leave out the royal family's penchant for hats. From the Queen's pastel-coloured toppers to Princess Beatrice's infamous pretzel-inspired creation, the headgear at royal events often seems like they've walked right off a Broadway stage, but perhaps the most poignant performance of all is the changing of the guard. A tradition that has been enacted daily for centuries. It's a choreographed dance of military precision, a testament to the royal family's commitment to tradition and ceremony. Indeed, the royal family, with their elaborate traditions, peculiar rules and eccentric behaviours, often appear as characters in a grand ongoing play. It's a spectacle that leaves us questioning, laughing, and most importantly, watching. The royal family, in their own unique way, have mastered the art of performance. A performance worthy of an Oscar, wouldn't you say? So, what do the royal press machine have to say about this? Well, if history has taught us anything, it's that the royal press is a master at spinning a narrative. They're likely to dismiss this curious case of the twin Camillas as nothing more than a trick of the light or a well-placed mirror. That's right. One of the explanations we might hear is that it was simply a reflection, a strategically placed mirror at just the right angle, creating the illusion of two identical Camillas. Fascinating, isn't it? How they expect us to believe that a mirror managed to perfectly capture the Duchess from all angles without a single hint of distortion. Or perhaps they'll tell us it was an optical illusion, that the combination of lighting, camera angles, and the pattern on her dress somehow tricked our eyes into seeing double. This would, of course, be an extraordinary feat of visual trickery, one that would require such precise coordination that it's amusing to even consider. It could also be that they'll attribute it to a look-alike. After all, impersonating royalty is a time-honoured tradition, isn't it? Perhaps they'll say that Camilla has a doppelganger who just happened to be wearing the exact same outfit, hairstyle, and accessories on the same day. What a coincidence that would be! And let's not forget the good old bad lighting excuse. Maybe they'll claim that the lighting created shadows and highlights that made it seem as if there were two Camillas because, Lighting has the magical ability to clone people. But no matter what explanation they give, it's clear that they'll try to make this incident seem as mundane as possible. They'll want us to forget about it, to dismiss it as a silly mishap. But the more they try to downplay it, the more intriguing it becomes. So are we expected to swallow these explanations without question? To accept that our eyes deceived us, and that there's a perfectly logical explanation for the double Camilla? Surely we're not that gullible, are we? Ever wondered where your hard-earned money is going? Well, the answer might be more regal than you think. There's a chance it's being used to fund the apparent cloning of Camilla. I know, it sounds like the plot of a sci-fi movie, but bear with me here. Picture this. You're working 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, paying your taxes like a good citizen. Meanwhile, at the very same time, there's not one but two Camillas strutting down the red carpet in matching ensembles, and you're footing the bill for their royal rendezvous. Now, I'm not saying that our taxes are being used to fund a secret royal cloning program, but it does make you wonder, doesn't it? At the very least, it's funding the royal wardrobe department, which seems to have an uncanny ability to produce identical outfits at a moment's notice. And let's not even get started on the cost of these royal appearances. The cars, the security, the event itself. It's enough to make your wallet weep. And yet, we're expected to smile and wave as our hard-earned money is spent on what looks like a scene from a low-budget soap opera. But here's the kicker. We don't even get an explanation. No press release, no statement, nothing. Just a couple of Camillas, a red carpet, and a whole lot of unanswered questions. It's almost as if they expect us to accept this as the norm, to shrug our shoulders, tip our hats and say, well, that's just how the royals do things. But is it really? Is this the kind of royal spectacle we should be funding? In the end, it all boils down to one simple question. Is this where we want our taxes to go? To fund a royal show that leaves us more confused than entertained? Well, at least we're getting our money's worth in entertainment, right? So, what's the final verdict? Doppelganger, double, or just plain weird? A question that has been gnawing at our curiosity since the beginning. This peculiar situation has us all casting doubt over the royal family's meticulously maintained image. And it's not the first time, nor will it be the last. The Buckingham Palace has a knack for stirring intrigue, whether by design or by accident. Now, it might be easy to dismiss this as a mere optical illusion, a trick of the light, or an unfortunate coincidence. But then, we're talking about the royal family here. They're not exactly known for their love of coincidences, or their sense of humour for that matter. Then there's the alternative theory, the one that suggests that perhaps the royal family has taken a page out of the sci-fi playbook and created a clone of Camilla. It's a far-fetched idea, yes, but isn't it also oddly fascinating? The possibility that there might be a secret back room in the palace where they're creating royal duplicates. And if that's the case, then we really need to talk about their cloning ethics. But let's not forget the simplest explanation, that this could just be a case of a doppelganger, someone who just happens to look like Camilla and decided to crash the party. Now that's a theory we can all get behind, right? Whatever the case may be, one thing is clear. This curious incident has added another chapter to the never-ending saga of royal oddities. It's just another day in the life of the monarchy, another mystery added to their already overflowing basket of peculiarities. But hey, we're just observers in this grand spectacle. The real verdict lies with you. Is it a doppelganger, a double, or just plain weird? We leave the final judgment in your hands. Just another day in royal absurdity. But hey, what do you think?